revolution will be live.
Welcome back, Struggle Squad. Today we have another one-on-one review. Today we're going to do Psychonauts 2 with me, the reviewer, Keese, the reviewee.
Here we go. Now, you need to convince me, because I don't know nothing about Psychonauts, to be honest, so it's a lot on your plate today.
Oh, this is easy. Easy money.
Okay, so first of all, how the graphics looking?
One of the best looking games I played this year. Compared to Kenna and Ratchet and Clank, this game's fucking gorgeous.
Word, what did you play on?
I played on PC.
Oh, see, that's not even, come on now.
I mean, PS5s and Xbox One X's are pretty much PCs, so... What you mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat that, you know? It's hard to beat that. I'm surprised you like it more than Kenya. I thought Kenya was beautiful.
It is, but Kenna had the problem of it being short and kind of like limited. Psychonauts, this is a sequel, so it has its legs already stretched out.
Oh, okay. All right. How the performance look? We're looking at a good 60?
Listen, your boy ran it at 144, you know.
Oh.
Master race, PC power. So the game ran smoothly, no hiccups, smooth. No like graphical glitches, no weird shit going on. Like, it was a solid game. This didn't have to have a day one patch to fix some uglies.
If you play on PS5, is it at a lock 60?
Yeah, it's locked.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because it's a PS4 game to PS5.
Oh, okay. All right. I love performance. Now, probably the most important thing about this, the story.
The best thing about this is the story. So, if you ever played Psychonauts 1, the premise was you were going to save, essentially, a Psychonaut from a villain. Well, this game literally picks up right where you left off in the first game. There's no time jump, there's no gap, it completely picks up right there. Like, you're literally on the plane from saving this dude, flying back to headquarters. So, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to give you, like, maybe the first hour. Essentially, the villain from the first game you have as a hostage, and you're going through his brain and his mind. You're trying to figure out who his accomplice was, who helped him, because he's a smart person, but he's a dummy. He can't be doing this all alone. So you're trying to figure out who helped him do what he did in the first game, which leads you on a wacky adventure to a whole nother villain, which is stupidly over the top.
Wow, you sound like you sponsored.
I mean, I enjoyed this game.
Wacky adventure.
I enjoyed this game quite a bit.
Wait, for those who don't know, myself included, what the hell is a Psychonaut?
So they're like detectives of the mind, right? They're gifted humans who can control things with their mind. They can also interact with your mind through their mind. Like, they can jump into your mind and fuck you up. Like, this isn't like we got guns and we shoot and pew pew pew. No, we are going to psychologically fuck you until you're like nothing.
Oh.
So there's a point in the game where you jump into your teacher's brain to try to get them to convince you to do something. Like, you want to convince your teacher to let you do something. So you jump in their brain and you change their emotions and their feelings to make them naturally think that they want to do that thing for you.
Is this a kid's game?
You would think so, but it touches on like some pretty deep topics. I don't think so.
What is the rating?
It might be teen, because there's no blood or anything like that. No alcohol.
All right. Wow, like I said, I had no idea what this story was, and of course, it's always a lot more than I thought it'd be.
It is. It's a deeper game because it's mental. Brain.
Now, for me, because like I said, I never knew much about it, about the whole series as a whole. The first one kind of goes along the same lines.
Yeah.
But this one just like does.
This one takes it to a whole nother level. Because it's not graphically or gameplay-wise held back by the prehistoric PS2 Xbox systems. They have the full power and they use it.
Like, okay. All right. You convinced me a little bit, just a little bit, you know.
See, you didn't even get to the best part, the gameplay. The story is great, and I love it, but the gameplay is something different. It's a recall to old, right? It feels very comfortable. It's not doing anything crazy, but it feels safe. So it's a 3D platformer, a la like Jack and Dexter and stuff like that. It takes you back because it's a nostalgia trip. You don't expect it to be this solid, but it's fantastic. It's one of the best games I played this year. It might be the best game I played this year.
Oh, it's your game of the year, perhaps?
Between that and Metroid, I would give it. I would add Kenya, but it's a first leg. I would like to see a sequel to that game. So I think Psychonauts has a notch above it, and then Metroid Dread and Psychonauts are fighting in my heart.
Because you've been waiting for this since the first one, right?
I have been. I didn't honestly think it was going to ever come because it didn't sell very well. And I'm assuming this one didn't sell very well because it's on Game Pass. And it didn't come to Switch for some reason. So it's one of those niche games, but it's a phenomenal game. It's just, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Because everyone wants to play Call of Duty, 2K, Madden. Right? This is, I felt like myself 9 years old playing a platformer. Like, this is a great experience. It took me back.
Do you view this as a AAA or?
What's a AAA nowadays? Right?
100-hour epics.
No, you're not going to get $100 out of this game. Even if you collect all the collectibles, which I haven't, you'll probably get 40 hours out of this game, which I think is fair for the price, because it's not a full price game. I believe it's like 40 or 50 bucks.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, seems like you have you hold this to high, you have high appraisal for this.
I do.
But is there any cons that you may want to talk about?
So it's a 3D platformer, and it's not on the system that promotes 3D platforming. That doesn't make sense to me. I honestly would have purchased this, like a physical copy of this, if it came to the Switch. This is the type of game that benefits from Nintendo's audience. That would have gotten a lot more sales because they back 3D platformers. I mean, hell, it's the house of Mario. So that's one con. Another con, it doesn't hold your hand, as in it's not very much explaining Psychonauts 1. It's a sequel, and it assumes that you played the first game.
Like 20 years ago at this point?
Right. So if you haven't played the first game, they'll give you snippets and small like filler and everything, but Psychonauts 1 was so story-driven that I think you should play the first one before you play the second one. It completes the package. It's a better game that way. Not saying you can't play it without playing the first one, because it's a great game on standalone, but if you care about story and not just gameplay, play the first one, then that's a con. It doesn't do a great job explaining the previous actions of the hero.
Right. And the first one is on PlayStation Store. Is it on Xbox?
It's everywhere again but Nintendo.
For like $10, $15, so it's not that expensive. Well, so we get down to the grading system. Mm-hmm. Before this, I was very on the fence about it. It was definitely let me hold this. Now that I know that it's a whole lot more crazier than the goofy, whimsical looking characters, it's a lot deeper and a little bit darker.
It's dark, but it's goofy as fuck. There's all kinds of fun to have in this game, man. Go ahead.
Looks like he got me again.
Yeah, buddy.
God damn it.
Go ahead, say it.
It appears to be that I will be buying this game.
Exactly. Chalk it up 2-0, Jack.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. See when I review Call of Duty, don't say nothing.
Alright, that's another edition of the 101 review with Keese Mills, Psychonauts 2 edition. Next episode coming soon.